Institute for Smart Students, our virtual fluency awareness episodes are live, sending you a delightful experience which will remain in your hearts forever. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay a moment for precious time. I am Andy to start this grand occasion.
When the wind gives you your first breath, your life is like a colorless blanket. So it's you who could make closer, marvelous, imperishable picture. It's you who could fill your life picture with enchanting colors. So it will be the day that you become a true legend in this world. So, do you know who we have invited today? Before mentioning her name, I'd like to ask you this. How many dreams have you made into reality in your childhood? Well, she is someone who did that. She is not only someone who made her dreams into reality, but also someone who inspired others to make their dreams into reality. This is Dr. Purjani Randula Senanayake. Good evening, Dr. Senanayake. So, welcome to our most favorite program, Life Winners.
Good evening. Thank you for inviting me.
So, Dr. Senanayake, what are you up to these days?
So these days, me and my team are doing a research about the psychological aspects and the mentality of the local people. And our team have realized that people are under a lot of pressure because of the inflations and high economic rate in this country. And even the daily necessities are beyond the affordable prices. So whatever the situation we are in, we have to deal it wisely and go ahead.
Yeah, that's true, by the way. So, Dr. Senanayake, as you know, the purpose of our program is to invite personalities like you and question them how they achieve their goals. So, Dr. Senanayake, we would love to take you back to your childhood.
Yeah, when talking about my childhood, I was raised by a beautiful family of 6, including me, parents, grandparents, and a little annoying brother. They were really supportive. They still are. And when talking about my school life, I don't think it was that much interesting when compared to a student of my age because I used to be the quiet kid at the school and I had few friends back then. Yet I found myself being loud and funny around my closest friends, and I was lucky enough to be loved by my teachers. And yeah, that's why I'm here as this person today.
Yeah, that sounds great. So, how did you manage time for all of this? How did you balance everything?
Yeah, to be honest, I arranged my work, particularly that week, and divided all the work in each day and did them. I assigned for myself. And there's this something called to-do list, which is you writing down your work you have to do in that day with the time period you're going to do it and just cross out after you have done it. So that's pretty much it what I did to manage my time.
Of course, the way you have balanced everything is highly commendable. So, Dr. Senanayake, many young viewers watch this program. So, what kind of advice would you like to give for these young learners? What kind of advice would you give to the people, to the young learners who have an ambition to become a future doctor?
Yeah, I'm glad that you asked that question. As I'm also one who has been a young learner with the same dream, I advise those young learners to never procrastinate because procrastination you postponing your work to other day, like I still have time, I can do that tomorrow. So don't let those emotions get over you. You will never reach your goal, and believe in yourself and you will ultimately reach your goal.
I believe that's a powerful message. So, Dr. Senanagar, now I'd like to ask you something more interesting. As you know, the best parts of our lives are spent within our school, among our friends. So, Dr. Senanagar, we'd love to take you back to your golden days.
Well, my mind straight ran back to the Cambridge English awarding ceremony I took part when I was a teenager. But the debate was the most exciting thing. You know, the tension, the goosebumps, everything feels so amazing. It just doesn't feel like a normal debate where the opposite team tries to break their points. We felt like a team who was standing for the justice. It was really amazing.
If you could remember, I took part in two.
You did?
Yeah, my team and I screened a movie about several aspects of corruption here in Sri Lanka. Yeah, I was satisfied at that time about our progress. I still feel proud of myself.
The short film, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing you guys did at that age was really amazing. Like with less production value, and you guys did an amazing job. Even it did catch the attention of the audience as same as the debate.
You know that.
The audience.
Grave. Life is a continuous journey on an endless path, which is created by others at the outset and discovered by you yourself. Subsequently, based on your selfless attitudes, smart thinking, perseverance, determination, and dedication, the continuous journey is almost like an adventurous expedition through an enchanting forest.
Throughout our lives, with great objectives of achieving our ultimate goals, gaining utmost success, bringing tears of joy to our beloved parents' eyes, and a laughter to our second parents or to our dedicated, loving teachers. Dear brothers and sisters, you would have striven for hours, days, weeks, months, or perhaps maybe years. You would have had sleepless nights with unbearable pain. So, you would have felt that life is not a bed of roses. However, remember very well that sacrificing your enjoyment and numerous other requirements, you've done something special. You've accomplished the precious Cambridge English certificate recognized by the whole world. Isn't it wonderful?
However, it's not the most fascinating thing, my dear brothers and sisters. Today, you've become inspiring public speakers and you've developed indispensable skills such as presentation skills, debating and announcing with the usage of English language. Not only that, you've developed essential life skills such as problem solving, critical thinking, decision making, creative thinking, and maintaining strong mutual interpersonal relationship. With the passage of time, you've been following Cambridge English courses. All in all, undoubtedly, as time goes on, you have potentiality to become excellent role models who could awaken this sleeping self-centered society and transform it in a way that we could be proud as Sri Lankan, like in the era of our history.
Good evening, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, with that wonderful thought, let's commence the very first Cambridge English Certificate Awarding Ceremony of Institute of Smart Students 2023.
Following Sri Lankan traditions and customs, I kindly request all of you to stand up. And I respectfully request Most Venerable Indira Gandhi Dhanananthera to make us observe 5 steps.
පංචශීලයේ පිහිටුවීම සඳහා අතිපූජනීය ඉන්ද්‍රාකාරයේ ධම්මරතන ස්වාමීන් වහන්සේට ආරාධනා කර දැහැත් වට්ටිය පූජා කිරීමට මේ ආරෙයිම අපගෙන්වත් සංජය ගුරුතුමාටයි.
සරණං ගච්ඡාමි ධම්මං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි සංඝං සරණං මුසාවාදා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි සුරාමේරය මජ්ජපමාදත්තානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි තිසරණේ සත්‍තිං පංචශීලං ධම්මං සාධුකං සුරක්ඛිතං තත්වා අප්පමාදේන සම්පාදේ තබ්බං.
Next, we would like to invite Mr. Jayasinghe Vijayaratna, former Director of Education. Next, we would like to invite Mr. Jayatissa Kumarage, International IELTS trainer and principal of Valleyhendu Primary School. Mrs. Siriyalata Guruvira, Mrs. Malini Guruvardhana, Mr. Anand Kumarage, Mrs. Ramya Padmini, Mr. Ivan Sanjay, Mrs. Chamila Ratnani, Mrs. Anusha Savitri, Mrs. Chamansha Devini, Siriyalata Guruvira, Mrs. Malini Guruvardhana, Mr. Anand Kumarage, Mrs. Ramya Padmini, Mr. Ivan Sanjay, Mrs. Chamila Ratnani,
Now, I would like to invite Preksha Lakshya to the speech.
I'm truly pleased and honored to sincerely welcome all of you who are present here today for the very first Cambridge English Certificate Awarding Ceremony of Institute of Smart Students. First of all, we respectfully welcome the Honorable Chief Guest, Most Venerable Indira Dharmaratana Thero, Senior Professor, Department of Sanskrit Studies, University of California. We believe it's a great privilege for us to have invited Most Venerable Indira Dharmaratana Thero for this special occasion. Secondly, we are pleased to welcome Mr. Jayasinghe Vijayaratna, former Principal and former Director of Education. We would also like to welcome Mr. Jayatissa Kumarage, International IELTS trainer and veteran English instructor, and Mr. Sanath Hettiarachchi, Principal of Valleyhendu Primary School, Nigambu. Next, we are pleased to welcome Mrs. Sevandi Hettiarachchi, Mrs. Sriyalata Guruvira, Mr. Anand Kumarage, Mrs. Malini Guruvardhana, Mr. Vasant Veeraratna, Mr. Kalu Ruparatna, Ms. Vishakha Hettiarachchi, Ms. Tanushri Karunasekara, Ms. Tanushka Ilangaratna, Ms. Eranga Niroshani, and Mrs. Chamila Lakmani. In conclusion, I take this opportunity to welcome all our beloved parents, well-wishers, and all brothers and sisters who are present here today to grace this special occasion. Thank you.
After receiving the blessing of the triple gems, it is customary to worship and show our gratitude and respect toward all the deities. So, following the traditions, our preparation is to pay
which is one of the major traditional dances practiced in Sri Lanka since hundreds of decades, is now fading day by day. To revive that art, which is exactly composed of excellent shapes and tones with proud characteristics of King Malaya, that is another brand of academicism that brings pride of Sri Lanka to the world. So now, this invitation goes to the dancing group of the Institute of Smart Students.
faces like results.
Now, I'd like to invite the Habitat Me to deliver a meaningful public speech under the title of Let Me Be Myself, stressing all about the mission facts.
You in the back. Yes, I'm talking to you. Can you sit like the other people are sitting? Can you sit more pleasantly? Can you sit nicely? Look at the way you're sitting. There we go. You see, ladies and gentlemen, when I told that man to sit like the other people, he or she sat like the other people. But the real question here is, are we really comfortable sitting like the other people? Most Venerable Duragare Namaratna Thera, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, we live in a very complex world, and this very complex world, us humans, we need to achieve some types of levels. As a student, I gradually achieved those levels. It's pass A-levels, pass O-levels, go to a college, get a good job, make some money, build a family. Then when you do that to the society, you are a successful person. But ask yourself a question. Are you really successful? Did you feel happy in that journey of achieving every single level the society wants you to achieve? And if so, if you are happy, I'm very happy for you, I'm glad that you are happy. But now I'm talking to the part that no, they are not happy. That know that they are not meant for this lifestyle, and mainly that know that the part that know that they are not being themselves and true to their hearts. So, with social media and other media going on, students, teachers, adults, doctors, every single person is really meant to hate themselves, because everything we see in social media is perfection. Perfect bodies, perfect walking, perfect talking, perfect looks. Everything is so nice. And I'm not that nice. I'm not somebody I see in social media and go, that's a pretty girl, that's a beautiful girl. But what you're doing there, hating yourself, is you're comparing your behind the scenes to other people's highlighted stories, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not here today, standing on this stage, to tell you that you're wrong. Because personally, I do hate myself sometimes. I go to the mirror and say, that's the ugliest person I have ever seen. That's the most untalented person I have ever conquered. But did that do me any justice? For the things I have done in the past that I am proud of? Hating myself. Remember very well, ladies and gentlemen, when everything falls apart, when everything crumbles to the ground, nobody's going to be here for you. Everyone is going to walk through that door. You're going to be left with yourself and only yourself. And if yourself is a person that you hate, then you have nobody. So, today I'm here to tell you, whatever you look like, whatever you talk like, whatever you walk like, you are the most beautiful person in the planet. You are the most talented person in the planet. You should appreciate yourself, and I should appreciate myself. That boy over there should appreciate herself. That girl over there should appreciate herself. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to go look in the mirror today and tell yourself that you are worth it. That you are worth every single penny that you have achieved. And you are beautiful, and if you are not beautiful to other people, find a group of individuals that you are beautiful to, that appreciate you for who you are and who you really are. A group that makes you happy, that makes you feel comfortable, that makes you warm in the heart, ladies and gentlemen. And then you have conquered yourself and also happiness. Because people who care what we talk about and what we look like don't really matter. And people who do matter would never care what you look like, or what you smell like, what you speak like. So love yourself, speak yourself, love the people you want to love, and live the way you want to live. Thank you very much.
It's the golden period of life when we were together, just like a bunch of flowers which spread fragrance all over. It's the period of life when we were together, just like tiny twinkling stars which were wandering throughout the never-ending night sky.
Even though we were different, we were still the same, belonging to the same alma mater, sharing joyful moments and moments of sorrow. Above all is the time we spent sharing both of love and life, just like the soft petals of crimson catalia, in most familiar way. Dear orchid flower, so let's go back to those joyful days when we were a bunch of flowers playing around joyfully with our buddies.
All things are nature to rise, persist for a while, and then pass away. So contemplate for a moment, how do you live during that time you persist for a while in this temporary destination. Good morning, everyone. First of all, let me have permission, Most Venerable Senior Professor Induragare Dhammaratana Thero and all other distinguished guests. I believe it's a privilege for me and my students to have invited Most Venerable Induragare Dhammaratana Thero for our special occasion. And at the outset of my speech, I also thank Mr. Jayasinghe Wijeratne, former principal and director of education, because sir, it's you who make arrangements for us to invite Most Venerable Induragare Dhammaratana Thero. As a student, as a teacher, I have taken part in lots of awarding ceremonies. But this is the first time, very first time, I am taking part in an awarding ceremony in which I am playing the main role. So, at this special juncture, first of all, I should definitely thank all my teachers who taught me to come up to this level. Because here I am standing on my own feet and speaking in English because of my teachers, especially teachers who taught me English language. Ladies and gentlemen, dear parents and my dear children, of course, when I was small, I learned in Sinhala medium. I couldn't talk in English. Right, it's when I was in grade 6 only, I started speaking English a little bit. So, actually, first of all, to speak in English, to learn English, I was inspired by a teacher called Kokilamis. Of course, I don't know where she is now. But someday, if she listens to this speech, I must tell her that, dear madam, you are the one who inspired me, first of all. And because of you, I started speaking in English. When I was in grade 6, for my friends, I remember, English was allergic, something. For me, when I saw my teacher was speaking, English was magic for me. So I wanted to understand what is the logic of learning English, what is the logic of speaking in English. I think today, to some extent, I have done it, and also today my students are using English effectively. And after learning from Kokilamis, when I was in grade 10, I remember I met Ananda sir. Now sir is here. Now still I am wondering how Ananda sir taught us, because that time we were so stupid. We were not smart. Now my children, I guess they are kind of smart, but we were stupid. So actually Ananda sir had to struggle to pass us all-level exam and to teach us English very well. Dear sir, I'm really grateful to you for encouraging me to learn English very well and to guide us to pass our O-levels. And at the same time, when I was in grade 10, my memory was the time I spent with my classmates. Only one is there, my friend Vishaka, and I'm so much grateful to my dear class teacher that time, Mrs. Sriyalata Dumri, because she was so kind and she encouraged so much for us to not only to learn but also to live properly. So, dear madam, thank you very much for everything you did for us to make us better members of society. Because I remember, although Vishaka was your daughter, I'm always telling that you were a mother to all of us, a kind mother. After passing my A-levels, of course, I decided, because I have seen that English has become a global language, and I saw that if you talk in English, people think that you are well educated. So I don't think that I am well educated just because I am speaking in English. But I saw that time that many doors open when you learn English. So I decided to dedicate to learn English very well. For that, you know that we ourselves can't do it. So for the first time, I remember I followed a course of A-level that was done by Mr. Jayatissa Kumarati. Jayatissa sir, my grade 10 English sir's brother. There I learned advanced English, and for the first time I felt so confident about myself. So, although sir is not here today, I must tell him that I am so grateful to Jayatissa sir, because I remember how enthusiastic he was, how kind he was, and the effort he made for us to speak in English. So when I talk about how I learned English, do you see that I missed a period? That's the beginning. In my primary school, of course, teachers would have tried to teach us English a lot, but unfortunately, due to some reasons, we were not able to speak in English, or of course, we were not good at English. But one thing I must mention at this time, at the very beginning of my life, I learned English. I learned English because of my two dear uncles, One is here today, Mr. Godfrey Silva and Mr. Palitha Vijayalaksini. Although I was born in Kitulgala in the district of Kegol, I was growing up in my uncle's family with my cousin brother and sister. It was great and I think I was fortunate to grow up there. Samaneng podi lamai bayai goni billante etakot pol mangalante. But I was afraid of one thing. That was the sound of the train on which my uncle came after working in the water board Ratmalani. Mama godama baya tibune ar 7:50ට විතර එන කල්කිස්සේ ඉඳලා මට රත්මලානි ඉඳලා ආපු කෝච්චිය. ඒකද මාමා ආපු ගමන් අහනවා, did you study, did you take a book? අද මොනවද පාඩම්? So I myself and my cousin, brother and sister had to answer. මාමා එව්වේ ඉස්සලා මෙවිලා අද මොනවද පාඩම් කරේ? ඉතින් අපිට උත්තර දෙන්න තියෙන්න ඕනේ කරපු දෙයක්. නැත්තම් නැන්දත් අමාරු වෙනවා. ඉතින් අපි ඩ්‍රැස් කියලා හිටියා කොහොම හරි හොඳට පාඩම් කරලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා. නමුත් කාලයක් යද්දී අපි දන්නේම නැහැ. අපි ගොඩාක් ඒ නිසා ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගත්තා. ඒ වගේම I must remember my the other uncle, Mr. Palitha Vijayalaksini. He learned from a blind master, blind teacher. And he didn't have educational qualifications. But they made a great effort to teach us English for I myself and for my cousin. Mama හිතන්නේ ඒ මගේ ආදරණීය මාමලා දෙන්නගේ උත්සාහය නිසා මම ජීවිතේ සෑහෙන ඉදිරියට ආවා කියලා මම වගේම මගේ මල්ලි සානන්දි. So I must tell you, I'm really grateful to you. මම කියන්න ඕනේ මාමට ඇත්තටම මම මේ මාමලා දෙන්නට ගොඩක් ණයයි. So and at the same time I'd like to request parents and children, especially children, they will listen to my speech sometime. Obey දෙමාපියන් ඔබට උගන්වන්න උත්සාහ කරනවා නම්, even though they are tough, you follow their advice, because I am telling, because I am teaching you today, because it was a great inspiration for me. Perhaps I would not be talking to you here like that way if my uncles had not taken that effort that time. And also I must tell you that we had a different programs Saturday and Sunday for physical training. අපිට මට මතකයි පොඩි කාලේදී කිරි වීදුරුවක් බීලා මම හිතන්නේ අල්ලපු ගෙදරක් එක්ක මට 10ක් විතර දුවන්න තිබුණා. ඉතින් අපි ඒක බීලා එහා ගෙදර පිටිපස්සෙන් තමයි අපිට යන්න තිබුණේ. අපි රෙස් කරන්නේ අර මාමට පේන්නේ නැති හරිය තමයි රෙස් කරන්නේ ගිහිල්ලා. ඉතින් ඒ ෆිසිකල් ට්‍රේනින් එකක් මම හිතන්නේ ඒ දවස්වල හරිම අමාරුවෙන් කළේ. නමුත් මම හිතනවා ඒක නිරෝගී බවට අපිට හේතු වෙන්නේ කියලා. So I'm really grateful and thank you very much for everything you did. And here I must remember, after I have done some studies in English, of course I wanted to do a degree. It's very important for us to be in this field. So there, of course, I did my degree at Ames College, Negombo. There, I was fortunate enough to meet Sevandi Madam, dear Madam, of course, from the very first day I saw you, I was inspired by you, and I was really happy to learn from you. And it was great the way you explained the lessons, and I think I took many things from you, because you also taught us not only how to learn, how to pass exams, but also how to live simply the art of living. All in all, I must tell you that I am indebted to all my teachers. At this special occasion, I'd like to make a very humble request from most venerable Senior Professor Induragare Dhammaratana. Today, I'm a teacher of English. So, I worked in 2 private schools. There are lots of unforgettable things in my life as a teacher in those 2 schools. But there are 2 which I can never forget. When I was working at a particular school, that time, as a new teacher, I found that the students of that school were not up to the level, even though they were learning in English medium. They were just learning in English medium just for the name. Now today you saw my students speaking, and you will see more of my students speaking. But that time, their knowledge was very poor. So what I did was, I started doing drama. Because I know children like dramas. I didn't know much about drama. But you know that even Shakespeare has told that we are actors and the whole world is a stage. So when I was doing drama, I still remember, I did a drama. In that drama, there was a river. According to drama, ekේ ගඟක් තියෙනවා. So one student came. By that time, he was not up to the level at all. He could not speak in English, right? Actually, that boy, there were several boys like that, children like that. In my simple words, he was writing in grade 5, he was writing coconut-sized letters. Even the name. When I asked him to sign, there were children with very big letters, in my words, coconut-sized letters, he used to write. So now, our drawing patangan what are you doing here? I didn't have experience. By that time, working with them. So he said, with several other children, so I am the reverser. They are river කියලා ඒ වගේම ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස්ලා ටිකක් එක්ක අර නිල් පාට පොලිතින් කවරයක් යට විනාඩි 15ක් විතර තැම්පි හිටියා. අනිත් අයට යාලා රිවර් එක නමුත් ඒගොල්ලන් හරි අමාරුවෙන් හිටියා. So මම ඩ්‍රාමා කරන්නේ කියලා මම ඊළඟ දවසේ තව ඩ්‍රාමා එකක් කරද්දී මෙයා එනවා කොළ පාට ඉතිරිත්තක් කරගෙන. Now what are you doing today? Climb the mountain, sir. Climb the mountain. ඉතින් එතන අර වගේ ඉන්නවා අර ඉතිරිත් යට වෙලා ගොඩාක් වෙලා ඉඳලා අර අනිත් ළමයි ඩ්‍රාමා එකේ ඇක්ට් කරලා ඔක්කොම යනකම් මෙයා කන්දක් පිළියෙට අර අනිත් ඒ වගේම ළමයි එක්ක ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් මගේ මේ කියන මේ මම කියන්නේ මම ඊට පස්සේ ළමයි ඇහුවා. ඒ ළමයි අම්මා හම්බෙලා ඇහුවා. ඇයි මෙහෙම වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. එතකොට මට අම්මා කිව්වා, "සර්, we were trying to leave, but he said he would teach our children very well, according to mother's words. So අපිව එයා ගොඩ දානවා කියලා කිව්වා. හැබැයි මම ටික කාලයක් බලද්දී ඒ අදාළ අය නම් ගොඩ ගිහිල්ලා තිබුණා ළමයා එතනමයි. ඊට පස්සේ 8න් විතර ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඉංග්‍රීසිුත් නැහැ සිංහලත් නැහැ. ඒ අය හරි අමාරුයි වෙන ඉස්කෝලේකට යන්නත් බෑ ගන්නෙත් නැහැ. අපේ තියෙන රටාව අනුව. ඉතින් මම ස්වාමීන් වහන්සේගෙන් ඉල්ලීමක් කරන්න මගේ ඊළඟ අදහසක් කියලා. There's another unforgettable incident that I can never forget because it is unforgettable. That time, in both schools, I was a busy person, and that particular school, I did a lot for that school. You know that forming media unit, introducing debating, drama, and speaking, how to give speeches, everything. So after working 1.5 years like that, I thought that I should not take all these chances. I must let other teachers to have these chances. One day, there was going to be an assembly. So that day I didn't know even. So Mama කිව්වා ඊට පස්සේ මම අද assembly එක කරන්නේ නැහැ. මම කරන එක හරිය නැහැ නේ. වෙන teacher කෙනෙක්ට දෙන්න. There were about more than I think 50 English medium teachers of English, and about more than 30 English medium teachers. හැබැයි ඒ වෙලාවේ කිසිම කෙනෙක් ඒ උදේ රැස්වීමට මෙහෙයවන්න කිසිම කෙනෙක් ඉදිරිපත් වුණේ නැහැ. පස්සේ මම ඒ දේ කරා. මම හිතන්නේ කාලේ that time council was not there. මම කල්පනා කරන්නේ එයාලා teachersලා English medium. ඒකට එයාලට courage එකක් නැතුව කොහොමද මේ ළමයින්ව ඉදිරියට ගෙනියන්නේ? සමහර teachersලා මට කිව්වා සර් මම නම් ටික නම් කියන්නම්. හැබැයි වෙන නම් කිසි දෙයක් කරන්න බෑ. ඕන්න නම් ටික. So what I'm asking is, what is the procedure of taking these teachers? මේ සමහර පුද්ගලික පාසල්වල ගුරුවරු බඳවා ගැනීමේ procedure එක මොකක්ද? If you talk English a little, you go to primary classes. If you can talk a little bit more, you go to upper classes or intermediate classes. Again, මිටිනම් කම්කරු උසනම් security. එහෙමද ටීචර්ස්ලා ගන්න කියලා මට හිතුණා. I am not a versatile or I am not an expert. But I know I can do something and I have done something. ඉතින් මම අපේ ගෞරවනීය ස්වාමීන් වහන්සේගෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටිනවා මෙන්න මේ සමහර පෞද්ගලික මේ වගේම රාජ්‍යයේ පාසල්වල ළමයින්ට මේ වෙන අසාධාරණය වෙනුවෙන් පුළුවන් නම් හඬක් නගන්න. මොකද ගුරුවරු මම දැකලා තියෙනවා O level වලින් විතරක් ඇවිල්ලා උගන්වනවා. ඊට වඩා මේකට නොගැලපෙන අය ඇවිල්ලා එක්ක කාගේ හරි අම්මා කෙනෙක්, කාගේ හරි තාත්තා කෙනෙක්. Principal කිව්වොත් is the teacher, that's all. දෙමව්පියෝ ඇත්තටම එතනදී මම හිතනවා මගේ මේ අදහස අනුව නිහඬව සිටිය යුතු නෑ කියන එක තමන්ගේ ළමයින්ට ලොකු අසාධාරණයක් වෙන්නේ. එයාලා කරන දේ මම කියන්නම්. එයාලා ඇවිල්ලා පුළුවන් තරම් පොත් පුරවනවා. දෙමව්පියෝ හිතනවා මේ ටීචර් හරිම හොඳයි. හවසක් තියාගෙන ගන්නවා. ඩික්ටේෂන් වචන 100ක් විතර දෙනවා. අද අපිට තියෙන හරිම හොඳ ටීචර් කෙනෙක්. තොට යන්නේ මානසික ගුරුවරයෙක් නෑ. උගාක් වෙලා උගන්වන එකෙන්වත් පොත් පුරවන එකෙන්වත් නිර්මාණශීලී වෙන්නේ නෑ. එහෙනම් මගේ යාළුවෝ හිටියා යාළුවා අර ඉස්සර ටීචර්ස්ලා දෙනවා යාළුවා හාවර්ඩ් වගේ යුනිවර්සිටි එකේ ඉන්නකොට යාළුවා කොපිරයිටින් වලින්. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා මේ දේවල් සිදු නොවිය යුතුයි. මොකද ළමයි කියන්නේ අපේ රටේ අනාගතය පාර ගන්න ඉන්න අය. ඉතින් ළමයින්ට ඊට වඩා හොඳ අධ්‍යාපන රටාවක් තිබිය යුතුයි. I'd like to address parents for a while. මම දෙමව්පියන් වෙනුවෙන් වචනයක් කියන්න කැමතියි මේ අවස්ථාවේ. First of all, I'm really thankful to all parents. මම සියලුම දෙමව්පියන්ට ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා. මේ වගේ අවස්ථාවක් උදා කරන්න සියලුම දෙමව්පියන් විවිධ අයකින් දායක වුණා. සමහර දෙමව්පියන් බොහෝ සෙයින් දායක වුණා. නමුත් සියලු දෙනාම යම් ආකාරයකින් දායක වෙලා තියෙනවා. So I'm really thankful to all parents who dedicated to make this event a success. I'm not taking so much time more. මම දෙමව්පියන් වෙනුවෙන් කියන්නේ මෙන්න මේකේ. මම පුංචි කාලේ මමත් මල්ලෙත් බයිසිකල් පදිද්දී අපිට හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් වුණා මේ සමහරවිට එක බයිසිකලයක ඉන්නේ මාරු පදිද්දී මවුන්ටන් බයිසිකලයක් රතු පාට. ඉතින් අපි ඕක පැදගෙන යන්නේ සමාන වෙලාවට අපි හරි සතුටින් ගියා මොකද පිටිපස්සෙන් මාමා හිටියා ඒ දවස්වල සමාන වෙලාවට එක දවසක් අපිට මතකයි සතුටින් පැදගෙන ගිහින් පිටිපස්ස බලද්දි කවුරුත් නැහැ. අර ඒ වෙලාවේ තමයි මම හිතන්නේ 33 කෝටියක් දෙවිවරු වගේ අපිට සීවෙන්නේ. මොකද පිටිපස්සේ කවුරුත් නැහැ දැන් වැටෙනවා. ඇත්තටම වැටුණා තාම මේ තුවාල මේ වැලමිටේම තියෙනවා. නමුත් අපි නැගිට්ටා. ඉතින් මම දෙමව්පියන්ගේ දකින්න දැන් පොදු දුර්වලතාවය තමයි ළමයින්ට චැලෙන්ජ් එකක් ගන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. ළමයින්ට චැලෙන්ජ් එකක් ගන්න දෙන්නේ පුළුවන් තරම් ගණිත අධ්‍යාපනය කරුවොත් හැම සබ්ජෙක්ට් එකකටම දෙකකට හරි තුනකට හරි යවනවා. දහම් පාසල් යවන්නේ නැතුව බුද්ධ ධර්මයක් ලක්කියවයි. මේක හරිම අසාධාරණයක් ඔබ ළමයින්ට කරන්නේ. මම දකින හැටියට පොදුවේ මොකද ගණන් ෆේල් වුණොත් A level කරන්න බෑ කියලා කියනකොට නමුත් ඉතිහාසය බුද්ධ ආගම සිංහල ඒකට ඉස්කෝලෙන් මොකක්ද කරන්නේ එතකොට අනිත් එක තමයි මම කියන්නේ ළමයි අසාර්ථක වුණත් ටිකක් හරි ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඉඩ දෙන්න ඕනේ චැලෙන්ජ් එකක් විදියට මේක හොඳට කරන්න. මොකද ඔබ සමහරවිට ඔබ සාර්ථක වෙනවා 9 days උත් ගන්නවා. මොකද දැනුමෙන් පිළිලා කැම්පස් උත් යනවා කියන්නකො. කැම්පස් උත් යනවා. ඊට පස්සේ නමුත් මේ අයට පුරුදුනේ පරාද වෙලා. වැටිලා පුරුදුනේ. අපි නැගිට්ටේ වැටුණාට පස්සේ. දැන් ළමයි දෙමව්පියෝ බයයි පිටරට වගේ නෙවෙයි වැටේ කියලා මේ ඒක දෙන්නේ නැහැ චැලෙන්ජ් එකක් ගන්න. පුළුවන් තරම් ටර්ම් එකකට ලකුණු අඩු වුණොත් දැම්ම ටියුෂන් ක්ලාස් එකට. මම හරියට කැමති මංගාවට එන්නේ නැතුව මේ ළමයි හොඳට ඉංග්‍රීසි කතා කරනවා. නමුත් ඒක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක අපිට කරන්න සිද්ධ වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඔබ දැනුමෙන් විතරක් පෝසත් කළොත් අත්දැකීම් ගන්න දුන්නේ නැත්නම් අභියෝග වලට මුහුණ දෙන්න ඔබ අවස්ථාව දෙන්නේ නැත්නම් මම දෙයක් කියන්නම්. අර ධම්මික බණ්ඩාර මහත්මයාගේ ගීතයක් තියෙනවා. මම ඒකේ පදයක් කියන්නම්. හන්තානට පායන සඳ ලස්සනයිද කියලා අන්තිම වතාවට බලන්න. අන්තිම වතාවට බලන්න කියලා අදාළ කෙනෙක් එක්ක ගිහිල්ලා හන්දේ පහලට තල්ලු කරනවා. එක්කෝ නැත්තම් අර මාගේ මතකය කුලි කර මහවැලියට දමන්න කියලා එයත් ගඟට පනිනවා. ඔන්න ඔය වගේ ළමා පිරිසක් තමයි බිහි වෙන්නේ මේ විදිහට කියනවා. මම දකින හැටියට. And in conclusion, I'd like to address my children. Although they are not here, I hope they'll listen later and they are listening here somewhere. When you were born, you cried while the other world rejoiced. So, live the life in such a way that when you die, the world cries while you rejoice. ඔබ ඉපදුනම ලෝකය සතුටින් සිනාසුනා ඔබ අඩද්දී. එම නිසා ඔබ ජීවත් වෙන්න ඔබ මේ ලෝකයෙන් හැරෙන දවසට ඔබ සතුටින් යන විට ලෝකය හඬන විදියට. Thank you very much for listening.